Well, thank you and good morning. Appreciate the opportunity to be here and be part of this esteemed panel. I'll try and keep my remarks brief. I'm the last one before they have to change out the room, I guess, for Mayor Pat. Don't want to get in the way of that. I thought about just ceding my time to others because so many good things were being said about natural gas this morning, especially by our friends at Duke. But we're excited to be in a new project with Duke. Before that, maybe just mention, if you don't know Piedmont very well, we have about 1 million customers across the Carolinas and Tennessee. North Carolina is where we have more than half our business. So North Carolina is home to us and also a very important growth market for us. Wilmington is a growth market for us, and we're pleased to be able to do more in Wilmington as the years have gone by here, and hope to do much more with projects like the new pipeline coming. So I'll spend a minute on that and talk about, maybe elaborate a little bit more on what Paul said. With the new pipeline, it's really a diversity play for us and for Duke in 3 ways. It's going to be bringing gas from, as he mentioned, the Marcellus. Marcellus, of course, you've heard is shale play in Pennsylvania. Low priced, very prolific. Producers there are fighting to get their gas out, so it's the cheapest gas you can buy in the country. So we're going to source more out of there. We have some already coming from Northeast PA, but with this pipeline, we can bring great amounts into the Southeast, specifically into North Carolina. So it's a diversity play from moving away from traditionally, most of the natural gas here came from the Gulf Coast. So that's a good thing. It's also a diversity play on North Carolina is really served. 98–99% of the gas comes from Transcontinental Gas Pipeline, which goes along the I-85 corridor here in North Carolina. That's just how it's grown up. Transco, who, full disclosure, I used to work for 18 plus years ago, has defended their market and served this market very well and done what they could to not have others come in by providing good service. But the state's interested, and we were interested, and Duke's interested in having a diversity of supply. So the new pipeline brings a new place to access gas supply to bring into the state. And the third way it gives us diversity is it comes down, as Paul mentioned, down the I-95 corridor into eastern North Carolina. Gas has been part of the growth that's occurred, dynamic growth along the I-85 corridor. It can do the same in eastern North Carolina, as it provides gas for power generation, for manufacturing, for homes and businesses in the area, the large farms in the east that are important to the economy here. Natural gas has always been at the extremities of our system, so to try and get it into eastern North Carolina is expensive. With a big new high-pressure interstate pipeline coming right down into the middle of eastern North Carolina, that's terrific for what it can do for providing new supply and pressure into North Carolina, reaching more customers, providing new opportunities. We're having to change the flows and pressures on our system and remodel things because of this pipeline. And as Paul mentioned, it's so big. It's going to be a 42-inch line coming out of southwest PA, northern West Virginia, coming all the way down through Virginia, and then a 36-inch line running through North Carolina that'll terminate up the road here near Lumberton. It'll cost between $4.5 and $5 billion. So the investment by Dominion, Duke, Piedmont, and the fourth partner, AGL Resources out of Atlanta, is very big. But what it can do for the state and the Southeast is also very big. The other thing I'd talk about is, or I've been asked to mention, is some of what we've done in the Southeast here in the state with regards to natural gas for transportation. We're pro natural gas as a transportation fuel. We have 10 public stations in the 3 states now providing natural gas to vehicles. We also have a number of customers in the area that have their own sites on their site. They've built their own stations, providing gas to that and helping to market to them and educate them about natural gas for transportation. And that is a small but very rapidly growing market for natural gas because it's so cheap. At our public stations, we charge between $2 and $2.19 a gallon equivalent. So that's cheap for gasoline, especially against diesel. So fleets have been very interested in this, and we're talking with a number of fleets at any one time about helping educate them on converting their fleet. Do they want us to build them a station? Do they want to use our public stations? We also have gone out and we will build stations for those outside our service territory. We did that for Freightliner in Mount Holly. We did that for City of Wilson. We're building a station here in Wilmington for Wave Transit right now for their bus system, which we think is exciting. And we also help bid on, but then help get gas service to Waste Industries up the road here in Brunswick County, as they now have 40 refuse trucks running on natural gas, and they're going to be doing more. And when they do it on site, these customers, they're a very large load for us, so they qualify for our large volume transport rates, and they can provide gas at a gallon equivalent to themselves, even cheaper than we're going to sell at our public stations under our tariff rates. So that's a good thing. And these fleets are attracted to it, obviously, because natural gas, the economics, it's cheaper. Maintenance costs are less. You pay a premium for the vehicles right now until they start getting mass produced as we go along, as the trucks are starting to, and the refuse trucks. But there's also the health benefits. It's much lower emissions than gasoline or diesel. So all these are very attractive things, leading companies to invest in and start using natural gas as transportation fuel. And we're excited to be a part of that. This year, we'll displace about 2 million gallons of gasoline and diesel. We've been seeing 100% growth every year, so I expect we'll double that next year. Small, but growing rapidly. And there's also LNG you've heard about on the long-haul trucks running liquefied natural gas. That's also a competitive option out there, and we've talked about getting in that market. However, we think CNG is actually maybe going to carry the day now that the 15-liter engines are available out there for the big rigs, and we're seeing more regional haulers use these rigs. And as more stations appear out there, there's 1,500 CNG stations nationally, with 140 a year being built the last couple of years. You'll see more and more opportunity for fleets to use these and moving to natural gas. Here in Wilmington, we've talked to Ports Authority, Port of North Carolina, and they said they would welcome trucks being able to roll in and out of their facility on natural gas, because it means it's more competitive to haul out of the port. So we're looking for sites, we're looking for anchor loads, and have talked to some fleets here. They help get us together with some people. And we're hoping to get a natural gas station here, either on our site that we'd buy or someone else's site, and bring that to Wilmington. And then our operations center that we have located here, we can start running our trucks out of that same station too, if it's public. So we hope to be doing that. But between the pipeline and things like natural gas for transportation and a lot of the other things we're doing, it's a great time to be in natural gas for how clean it is, for how low cost it is. We have so much supply, I could bore you with statistics, but it's just incredible the amount of supply we have for as long as we want. Your grandchildren's children's will be using, we'll still have lots of natural gas, be using what we've found so far, and there's more to find out there. And we're excited to be a part of that, and we also want to keep bringing it to communities like Wilmington and the southeast part of North Carolina, which, as I said, is a great market that we look forward to serving and helping grow for years to come.